Z is a complex number. When taking modulus of a complex number, that will be a real number. Then there exists equal to limit n tend into infinity supremum of Hi dear friends, good morning. Today we are dealing with a theorem from the section power series. The theorem states that we are given a power series summation n equal to 0 to infinity a n z minus a whole power n and define a number r which is 0 less than or equal to r less than or equal to infinity. The r may be infinity and r may be 0. The number is defined by 1 by r equal to limit sup mod a n power 1 by n. Then the theorem states that for all z such that mod z minus a less than r, the power series converges absolutely. That means we can find an open disk around the point r such that for all z belongs to this open disk, for all z lying this open disk, the power series summation n equal to 0 to infinity a n z minus a n is z minus a whole power n is absolutely convergent. That means we can define a number r that is defined by limit sup mod a n power 1 by n. Then for all points z lies inside the disk centered at A, the series is absolutely convergent. We can move on to the proof of the theorem. We are given datas are, we are given a power series summation n equal to 0 to infinity a n z minus a power n, and we are defined a number r by 1 by r is equal to limit sup mod a n power 1 by n. Our claim is to prove that if mod z minus a less than r, then the power series converges absolutely. This is our claim. For proving the theorem, I am letting a equal to 0. I am letting a equal to 0. What happens if we choose a equal to 0? If we choose a equal to 0, then this power series becomes summation n equal to 0 to infinity a n z power n. Here we are choosing a equal to 0 to write the proof easily. Instead of writing z minus a, we can write z in the proof if we choose a equal to 0. That is the only advantage of a equal to 0. Therefore, if we choose a equal to 0, then what will be our claim? Our claim is to prove the series is absolutely convergent. What will be the series? Summation n equal to 0 to infinity a n z raised to n is absolutely convergent for mod z less than r. Therefore, if we are choose a equal to 0, our claim will become to prove the series summation n equal to 0 to infinity a n z power n is absolutely convergent for mod z less than r. That is, we are supposed that A equal to 0. Then our claim will become if mod z less than r, then the power series summation n equal to 0 to infinity a n z minus a whole power, a n z power n is absolutely convergent. Therefore, proving the theorem, I am letting mod z less than r. Let mod z less than r. That is our assumption. What about mod z? Z is a complex number. When taking modulus of a complex number, that will be a real number, and r is another real number in between 0 and infinity. Therefore, here z is a real mod z is a real number, r is another real number. Then by denseness property of real numbers, in between every two real number there exists another real number. Therefore, there will be another real number in between mod z and r. That is, then there exists a real number r with mod z less than r less than r. By denseness property of real numbers. I am marking this as equation number 1. That means mod z less than r is marked as equation number 1. Here r is less than capital R. Then by taking reciprocal, 1 by r will be greater than capital 1 by r. Therefore, 1 will implies when taking reciprocal 1 by r will be less than 1 by r. What is 1 by r? 1 by r is given by limit sub mod a n power 1 by n. That is 1 by r equal to limit sub mod a n power 1 by n. Now we can look at the limit supremum of a sequence. What is the definition of limit supremum? Limits supremum of a sequence a n is defined by limit n tending to infinity supremum of a n plus 1, a n plus 2, etc. That means supremum of this set is limit of supremum of this set is the limit supremum of a n. Then what about in this case limit supremum of mod a n power 1 by n equal to limit n tending to infinity supremum of here mod a n power 1 by n mod a n plus 1 power 1 by n plus 1, etc. That means supremum of the set, the limit of supremum of this set will be 1 by r. Here is given by, it is given by 1 by r. And also from 2 we have 1 by r is less than 1 by r. That means 1 by r is less than 1 by r means limit of this sequence not equal to 1 by r. That means supremum of this set is not 1 by r. If the supremum of this set is 1 by r, if supremum of mod an power 1 by n, mod an plus 1 power 1 by n plus 1 etc. is 1 by r, then limit n tending to infinity 1 by r equal to 1 by r. That will contradict 1 by r less than 1 by r. Therefore, here we are given 1 by r is less than 1 by r. Therefore, this number small 1 by r cannot be the supremum of this set. That means all the terms in this set will be less than 1 by r. All the terms in this set will be less than 1 by r. That means there exists a natural number n. We can find a natural number n. After the stage, all the terms of this sequence will be less than 1 by r. That is, we have concluded that if 1 by r is less than 1 by r, then there exists a natural number capital N such that mod an power 1 by n will be less than 1 by r for all n greater than or equal to n. By using the definition of limit supremum, and I am marking this as equation number 3. Now equation 3 can be replaced as, by 3 we get mod an power 1 by n is less than 1 by r for all n greater than or equal to n. When taking the nth power on both sides, we will get mod an less than 1 by r power n for all n greater than or equal to n. I am multiplying mod an mod z power n less than 1 by r power n mod z power n. Multiplying both sides by mod z power n for all n greater than n. That will implies we have mod an into mod z power n is less than mod z power n divided by r power n. Mod a into mod b is equal to mod ab. That will implies mod an z power n is less than, here mod z by r whole power n for all n greater than or equal to n. That will implies I am running summation from n equal to n to infinity on both sides. We will get mod summation n equal to n to infinity mod an z power n is less than summation n equal to n to infinity mod z by r whole power n. Now look at this sum. Here the sum is varying from some capital N to infinity. If I am running n from 0 to infinity, then the sum n equal to 0 to infinity mod z by r whole power n will be larger than this quantity. That means this quantity will be less than summation n equal to 0 to infinity mod z by r whole power n, since here we are running from n from 0 to infinity and here we are running from n to infinity, capital N to infinity. Therefore, in this sum there are some more terms are added rather than this. Therefore, we can conclude that the sum n equal to n to infinity mod an z power n is less than summation small n equal to 0 to infinity mod z by r whole power n. that is summation n equal to n to infinity mod an z power n will be less than summation n equal to 0 to infinity mod z by r whole power n. What about this series? Here we have mod z less than r, that will imply mod z by r less than 1. Therefore, mod z by r less than 1, 1 power n converges to 0. Therefore, summation n equal to 0 to infinity mod x comma mod x less than 1, then this series will be convergent. That is, we have a convergent series here, summation n equal to 0 to infinity mod z by r whole power n. What about this expression says that the summation n equal to 0 to infinity mod an z power n. Let us consider the series summation n equal to 0 to infinity mod an z power n. What about this sum? It is the tail of the tail sum of the series summation n equal to 0 to infinity mod an z power n. The tail end of the given series summation n equal to n equal to 0 to infinity mod an z power n is bounded by a convergent series. Hence, by comparison test, this series will be convergent. That is, we have concluded that summation n equal to 0 to infinity mod an z power n is convergent. That will implies summation n equal to 0 to infinity an z power n is absolutely convergent. Absolutely convergent. That is our claim. Hence, justified the claim. We have concluded that for the series summation n equal to 0 to infinity an z minus a whole power n and the number r was 0 less than or equal to r less than or equal to infinity, where r is defined by 1 by r is equal to limit sup mod an power 1 by n. We have concluded that for every mod z minus a less than r, the given power series is absolutely convergent. Also, we can show that if mod z minus a greater than r, then the series becomes unbounded. The series is unbounded, therefore that will become, and so the series is divergent. Also, we can show that if r is a number less than r and greater than 0, then the series converges uniformly on all z satisfying mod z less than or equal to r, where r is a given number which is less than r, strictly less than r and strictly greater than 0, then for all z lie inside such that mod z less than r, that means for all z lies in this open ball, the series is convergent uniformly on that open ball. We can prove these two statements in the later sessions, and the number defined in the theorem where R is defined by 1 by R is equal to limit sub mod an power 1 by n. This number R is called the radius of convergence of the power series, and this equation is called Cauchy-Hadamard equation. We can prove these two statements. If 0 less than R less than R, then the series is uniformly convergent, and if mod Z minus A greater than R, then the series is divergent. The number R defined by that quantity and satisfying these conditions are called the radius of convergence of a power series. Therefore, if R is the radius of convergence of the power series, then for all mod Z minus A less than R, the series is uniformly convergent, and for all mod Z minus A greater than R, the series is divergent, and for all open balls lines inside the open ball of radius R, the series convergent uniformly. Okay, we can prove the last two statements in the following sessions. Today we can wind up this session. Okay, thank you.